All right, the next one we talked about, week 6, was setting goals, and we used. Obviously there's different methodologies for doing that, but we talked about the SMART one. So it's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive. And one of the things we talked about, like, what's the difference between dream and goals? Do you remember what that is?
I'm going to say dreams are something that you just think about, but goals are what you put into action.
Right. So one, yeah, you're going to put it into action, and one of the most important things to help you put that into action is a deadline. Right, a deadline. And so, like, if I told you, "Hey, John, man, I want to lose some weight," is that a good goal?
And it's not a specific goal.
All right, I see. Very, very good. Right, that's awesome. Like, it's a good goal. It's something I need to do. Especially my wife will be here in a few weeks. I got to not be bigger than when she left, and but yeah, it's got to be specific, right? If I was like, "Hey, John, I want to lose 20 pounds." Okay, that's good. But now how long? Okay, I want to lose 20 pounds in by this date. Now that's a specific, and it's pounds, so it gets measurable. I can weigh myself. I can do all that. It's realistic because realistically, I need to lose more than 20, but it's attainable and it's realistic. And saying I'm going to do this by this date, which for me is May 11th because that's the day I'm going to go pick her up at the airport. So yeah, it's on the everything in green is a goal.
Oh, that's good.
I finally put them on the calendar. But have you started setting anything? Small goals, big goals? I know you talked about vision. We've talked about some things that you want to do business wise.
There's so for me, I was thinking that there's some other things I need to steward right until like my health is important for me.
Right.
It's just the reality of the age of where I'm at, and
Yeah.
understanding that.
I feel you on that for sure.
I don't feel like I'm way off the chart, but I know
Yeah.
that it's not going to get any easier. So I definitely want to put that into order before I start putting business goals into order because
Yeah.
not that I can't do it outside that order, but I think order is important
Yeah.
because chaos just thrives in unorderliness, and so I definitely. Working on the stewarding my health part right now. So
that's cool. That's
once
good.
I get that, it's just to be honest, I'm just making more excuses at the moment because I do have time in the day, but other things come up.
Oh, that's the next one, by the way. That's the next week is the time aspect.
Okay, so we'll wait for that.
Yeah, so I think the goals are important. I felt kind of convicted at work because I had a meeting with my boss. We have a minimum every quarter. We have a meeting talking about our work goals and all that. And I had talked to him about some goals that I had. And, I took the steps that I said we were going to take. I took them. I talked to the people that I wanted to. And, oh, man, I told you about the astronaut applications?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I looked it up and I was like, I didn't meet the education requirement.
Yeah.
And so I was like, dang it, man. Like, so that decision that I made back in the day to change majors kind of came back. But it's an opportunity, right? Now I'm at a place that'll pay me to go to school or at least pay for the school. So that's something else. But I told him, I was like, man, I don't really have any goals. I'm just trying to, like, I've been here 14 or 15 months in my current position. So I was like, I'm still, like, I just did something this week, a calibration on the machine that does the secondary oxygen pack. And it's my first time to do it by myself. And so it took 2.5 days to do it. And so, but that's the first time I've seen it because the last time when we were about to do it was in May of last year on the other machine. And that's when I got the call about my wife and the baby and all that stuff. And I had to leave. So I've been there over a year and it's the first time I've gotten to touch that machine in the calibration aspect. And I was like, I'm just trying to be a better technician. I'm trying to look at every job that I do, figure out how to do it as well as possible. But I did tell him, I was like, the goal was still the same. Like I'm still here to learn and I still want to do the training of the astronauts. So, like, I still want to focus on that. So, but I felt kind of bad. He's like, do you have any goals? And I was kind of like, I just want to get better, which is very vague, not specific at all. But I guess it is what it is.